Codename Leggett calling base command. Come in, base command.
Base command here. Patching secondary stream.
Codename Chance here. Ready for mission briefing.
You two met on Nar Shaddaa, so I'll skip the introductions. Welcome to Taris. 1,000 years of civilization reduced to toxic muck.
It could be worse. I was assigned to Hutter twice.
I spent a week in the Coruscant sewers once.
A long time ago, Taris was a Republic world. A Sith Lord bombed it. Now we're trying to rebuild, and the Empire's unhappy.
Your people sent shock troops. Devastator units.
It's a mess. The last thing we need is a rogue element, but that's what we've got. Along with Sith and Republic troops, there's a corrupt Jedi down there. You're going to stop her.
I thought Jedi were supposed to be incorruptible.
They're not perfect, but they're supposed to know better. Kai Sazin, Jedi Knight and hero of Tazla. Rising star in the Jedi Order, but she's rotten to the core. Half her missions end with someone dying. Technology and artifacts disappear from under her protection.
Her last report said she'd come to Taris because the Force called her here.
I believe Kai Sazin is building a power base. I need you to find out how and why, and bring me hard evidence.
Why bother with evidence? I can solve your problem with one shot.
If it comes to that, do it. But I want her brought to justice if possible. Chance will be your contact. He'll take it from here.
Yes, sir. Surveilling Kai Sazin has been difficult, but we believe she recently mounted a raid on an Empire-controlled laboratory. We'll begin our investigation there. You need to obtain access to the laboratory from Imperial Command.
Suppose I refuse? Can Agent Chance force me to obey?
Chance may be young, but he has all the experience and authority he needs. Now, get to work, both of you. Base command out.
Sir, I'll monitor your holocalls to track the investigation. I'll be in touch soon.
Attention on deck!
I'm tracking a Jedi, and I need immediate access to the research laboratory in this sector.
You're talking about the Godera laboratory?
Apologies, sir. I didn't realize you were coming. Lieutenant Nida, liaison officer.
I wasn't expecting to be recognized.
I asked that all intelligence arrivals be flagged. Aside from the Sith, you're our most important resource.
Contacting the laboratory for clearance, sir.
Your associate should be at the lab already. He took a security team about a week ago. You'll find it in good hands.
Yes. I'm sure everything will be fine.
I can't pick up anything from the laboratory comm, but there's something on a secondary channel.
To base, Dr. Loken is safe, but the rat ghouls are everywhere. Orange-level infestation. We'll attempt to...
Get it back!
I can't. Our team must have been overrun by the rat ghouls. We'll have to burn the whole lab.
This Rakghoul infestation, what is it?
The Rakghouls are mutants, victims of a Tarisian plague that alters human physiology.
Standing orders are to cluster bomb nest sites to contain the infestation.
You want to reach the lab to track your Jedi, you'll be facing a swarm. I can't offer anything but aerial bombardment.
Your security officer said Dr. Loken was safe. Who's Dr. Loken?
He's the intelligence officer I mentioned. I don't know much else. If you need him, I can put the bombers on hold, but you'll have to clear the Rakghouls manually.
You take me to the best places. We go looking for a Jedi, you show me a Rakghoul nest. I've seen spice dens cleaner than this.
You can lower your weapon. There are no Rakghouls in here. The late Private Rallan dispatched the last of them before succumbing.
This place isn't safe. You need to leave before the Rakghouls come back.
Oh, I don't think that's likely. We're off their normal migratory paths, and whatever anomaly brought them here has long since passed. I'm Fixer 15, by the way. You can call me Dr. Loken. Watcher 4 assigned me here for a clean-up operation. I assume you're here for a similar reason?
My orders are to find a Jedi called Kai Sazin. I'm told she's been here.
Isn't that interesting? Follow me. Mind the bodies. This laboratory belonged to a man named Nason Godera. Utterly brilliant. Invented everything from durable plastifoam to the death-marked laser. But his relationship with the Republic is rocky. By the time we captured this sector, he was already gone. I came to catalogue the contents of his lab, and I wasn't the first.
Go back to Nassan Godera. What happened to him?
Back in Republic space. But the laboratory hasn't been empty. Watch.
Is that the last of the defenses? Stay on your guard and destroy the monitors. Then find the device.
We stole research, equipment, and something Nassan Godera called an ultra-wave transmitter. I haven't a clue what it does. I suggest we pool resources. A fixer and a cipher investigating a thieving Jedi for Imperial intelligence.
If we can't trust each other, who can we trust?
My thoughts exactly. This wasn't the only recent raid on a science facility. This planet attracts brilliance, and someone has been purloining databanks across the ruins. Based on the pattern, I suspect the Jedi's next target is an abandoned bioresearch facility near a red-level Rakghoul colony. We can find it together.
There must be a reason she's going after these places.
That's what we need to discover. You should be able to locate the facility by triangulating its signal from the swamps. I'll correlate the data. You intercept the Jedi.
So you're hanging out here, with the corpses and the Rakghouls.
It is my burden. Here's the triangulation device. Give my regards to the toxic swamp.
This is Chance to Leggett. Come in, Leggett. I know you're busy, sir, so I'll keep it short. Any progress finding Kai Sazin?
I met a Dr. Lokin at Nassan Godera's lab. He thinks Sazin is raiding facilities across Taris. I'm en route to one now.
That's great. That name rings a bell, though. Hold on. Dr. Eckard Logan, Imperial Intelligence. 12 confirmed kills over 30 years. Not a lot in the file. Be careful with that man, okay? And contact me when you find anything.
Can't talk now. Some sort of electrical discharge.
Cypher, I think we have our lead. I'm receiving faint signals from an old Tarisian transport station. Were I a betting man, I'd say our bio-research lab, our Jedi's next target, is in there.
I'll make sure there are no survivors.
I have the utmost confidence in you. I don't know whether the Jedi and her people have found the lab yet, so do be cautious. I look forward to hearing what you find.
You left Tasla because I asked. You told your kin to fight for the Republic and be paid in land and weapons. You've done well. But I swore I wouldn't abandon you on that festering pus-hole of a world. My chosen bear my message, and I'm coming to Taris soon.
Big one up ahead. Nice horns.
You are not to be here. You are not welcome.
Tell it to me with a mouthful of blood.
Die in her name!
striking at the servants of Kai Sazon. You have sealed your fate. I may die, but she will never be defeated.
What are you talking about? Why are you so devoted to a Jedi?
Kai Sazon saved my people. She was only a Padawan when she came to Tasla and slew the spine dragon of Mdweshu. It was she who brought the Nikto to Taris. We swore our lives to her, and I will tell you nothing.
I don't have patience for games. You are going to talk.
I think he's convinced. Poor, brave guy.
Enough! Please, enough. We came to find the secrets of the ultrawave transmitter, a machine crafted by Nassan Godera. Its signals are the song of the Rakghouls. It controls their colonies. When it is ready, they will be her army.
What's a Jedi going to do with a Rakghoul army?
She will rule the stars, but not yet. The ultrawave transmitter was never completed. That is our task. The three chosen of Kai Sazon, each with our own mission. I was to obtain Rakghoul biological research from this, the laboratory of Dr. Durant. The chosen Bokeh seeks data on colony movements. The chosen Fentar seeks a Republic scientist, Dr. Iana Sel, to complete the device. They will triumph soon.
What about the Jedi? Tell us where to find her.
I have told you of my brothers so they may meet you in battle, but I will tell you nothing more.
Look for your brothers on the other side.
Let's get out of here. Then maybe call for reinforcements.
This is Legate to Chance. We have a situation with Kai Sazon.
Chance here, sir. I'm listening. Building a Rakghoul army with the ultrawave transmitter? Why? She has 2 more sets of followers then. One going after this Republic scientist, one after the Rakghoul colony data. We'll have to split up to stop them both.
Time for you to do some field work.
Looks like it, sir. I'll try to find our scientist before the Nikto do. If this Dr. Sel works for the colonists, I should have a shot. You need to figure out where they'd go for Rakghoul colony scans.
You handle the Rakghoul research, and I'll rescue the brilliant scientist.
Not in Republic territory, you won't. Your best chance may be Dr. Loken. He knows the science, the transmitter, and the Rakghouls. And he's smarter than me. I'm not saying trust him, but he could help us to stop the Nikto. Chance out.
Cypher, back with hardly a scratch. And here I am, practically electrocuting myself on Nassan Godera's equipment. How embarrassing.
I need to know one thing. If you're after data on Rakghoul colony movements, where would you go?
What a very odd thing to ask. Cypher, do you plan on defecting to the Rakghouls?
You have a strange sense of humor.
It's a strange world. But in any case, Rakghouls are a hobby of mine. If I wanted Rakghoul colony data, I'd set up a sensor net to collect field readings. If I didn't have a sensor net, I'd use the settlers' sensors along the military front lines. Full of data your friends will want, unless you claim it first.
Assuming you're right, I have a Nikto cult to confront. Be seeing you.
One last thing before you go. My own recipe of culto-derivative combat stimulants. Medicine to make you more deadly. Against your enemies, you'll need it.
So we grab the data before the Nikto do and shoot the ones in our way. Good times.
I never forced anyone to serve me. I didn't know what would happen when I killed the spine dragon. My master thought I should release you from the life debt. He didn't think anyone could believe in me. He didn't see your greatness, and he sure didn't see mine. Now he'll never have the chance.
You and me? Getting good.
Sometimes I have dreams. They're about a world just for us, and people like us. I'm in charge, and the Chosen each have a continent. But they're dreams, not a prophecy or anything. I just want you to be happy. Hey, wait, you're actually recording?
Oyatuka changa goptula to bata wana wanki.
Take this, ugly. Nine.
I call Thoughthash heretic. I call him murderer, kinslaver, and hutlicker. I should make an example of him. That's what the Jedi expect. That's what everyone expects. But Thoughthash spilled blood with us. We'll find a new wand shock and go into exile together. If we both return, I'll forgive him.
Kabanotase makipuna, malituta odmishka.
This is Chance to Leggett. Can you hear me?
Leggett to Chance. I stopped Kai Sazon's servants. They won't be getting that Ragul colony data.
Fantastic. I wish my news were that good.
You'll have to talk louder. I can barely read you.
I'll do what I can, but I'm not feeling so good. I tracked down that scientist Kai Sazon is after. She agreed to meet me in the ruins. I was on my way when Imperial scouts spotted me. I ditched them, but I'm bleeding fast.
You said the scientist was meeting you in the ruins. Where?
Somewhere close by. I'll explain, but I have to be sure. Keyword, onomatophobia. I'm ordering you to my location at Dynamite General. Sending coordinates now.
I am on my way to Dynamite General.
I'm sorry, Cypher. It's just... I don't want to die like this.
They can't resist using it. But you still have your mind. You can still think. That's your escape.
All right, make me look good.
Chance, I came to meet you.
Thank you. I'm not... Please, listen. Iana's cell is in here somewhere. The scientist Kai Sazon needs to repair the ultrawave transmitter. The scientist will only meet with SIS. Tell her the password. Gemstone.
You don't look well. How much blood do you think you've lost? A liter? 2?
If you can patch me up, I can... Ah! If you patch me up, I can get to an evac point. Keyword, Anna, Mod... Ah!
You can't say it, can you? Goodbye, Chance.
Please. Please.
Clever. But you can't kill them all this way.
I don't know what you are or where you're coming from. Just go away. Dr. Yana Sal. I'm with the SIS. Password Gemstone. You agreed to meet with us?
Don't move. Just... hell. I barely know how to fire one of these things. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. I've been hiding from that Jedi for weeks.
Have you been holed up in here this whole time?
Mostly. I've been living off ration bars and some kind of edible hospital gel that even the rack ghouls won't touch. Let me show you something. I kept it with me as evidence.
Dr. Sell, you haven't returned my calls. That's disappointing. The Jedi have plans for the rat ghouls, but I can't move forward without your support. Turn yourself over to the Nikto, or I'll make my case to you in person.
She's not a Jedi. She already killed Dr. Vernon and Professor Vrawl when I couldn't fix some transmitter. I'm the last rat ghoul expert on Taris.
Can you tell me where she is?
No, and if I stick my head out, she'll see me. If that's yours, I can wait.
What is it?
Cypher, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I believe I have a solution for both you and Dr. Sell.
You want to explain where you heard that name?
Yes, well, I was hoping you wouldn't ask that.
Who is this?
Dr. Eckhard Loken. I saw your lecture on xenometaphoric epidemiology. I understand your misgivings. How did he track me here? How did he survive the ruins unscathed? Both reasonable questions. But like you, I'm a resourceful person. And we do share a common goal. We're all friends of the Republic here. Right, Dr. Sell?
You're starting to make me wonder. That's not good for your prospects.
Paranoia can be healthy, but it doesn't get you closer to the Jedi. Only Dr. Sell can do that, by revealing that I am her assistant.
You've gotta be kidding.
I know Rack Ghoul science well enough to convince Kai Sazin that I'm an adequate substitute for Cell. I'll be taken to the ultrawave transmitter. Once captive, I signal you, and you find Kai Sazin and the transmitter. And rescue me, of course.
If you deviate from the plan, you won't get out alive.
Understood. Doctor, please contact the authorities on an unsecured channel. Tell them your assistant is at Dynamet General and must be found.
It's your life on the line. Just be careful. Both of you.
One last thing while I wait to be captured. There is a chance the Republic will jam my signal to you. Before you come for Kai Sazin, you'll have to sabotage their jamming stations. They're guarded by wilderness troopers. A good warm-up for fighting a Jedi Knight.
Want some of this?
Cypher, this is Dr. Loken. I hope you're receiving this because I'm not going to get another chance. I'm inside Kai Sazin's base. She and her people are housed in an abandoned tunnel system in the main Republic compound. The ultrawave transmitter is here. When you arrive, I'll do my best to cause a ruckus, but please hurry.
This is Base Command to Leggett. Agent Chance has failed to report in. Therefore, I have to assume he's compromised. You are now primary on this mission.
Chance was shot by Imperial scouts. By the time I found him, it was too late.
I see. Send me the coordinates later. His family will want the body. Keyword onomatophobia. Your new objective is to retrieve the ultrawave transmitter from Kai Sazin. I still want the Jedi taken down if possible, but she can't be our priority.
Kai Sazen's hideout is behind Republic lines. I'll have to kill people to get there.
I understand, but there aren't any other SIS agents on Taris. No other way to make this work. May the Force be with you. Base Command out.
Shine.
In 100 years, they won't remember me for the treaty at Bresnan or how I saved Starbright Station. They'll remember me for Tosla. But I've done more than that. You'll remember for me. When I'm ready, I'll show you the things no one believes I can do.
Kupa tonti toki maki chisa chubolo wawuni.
Hey, if we kill her, can I have a lightsaber?
Funny. When the Nikto said someone was after me, I figured he'd be smart enough to keep his distance.
And when I heard a Jedi was leading a Nikto cult, I thought she'd be older than 12.
It is he, the one who killed my brothers.
Easy, Fentar. We can call each other names, but I'm about to become ruler of all Taris. And then, when I own this place, I'll take my cult and my Rakghouls and make a nasty little paradise for anyone who swears loyalty.
You're insane, and soon you'll be dead.
So overconfident.
Kutogi kumpa, Gigi no lia makechisa.
Not now! I'm going to deal with you. I am going to kill you. And then back to business.
Rise and shine.
Oh, you cheating little... Ugh. The Nikto said you were good, but I'm still their savior. When I'm gone, they'll sing the death song of Threshalu. What do you say to that?
You were a savior. Now you're a martyr.
Cripes. When Jedi go nuts, they don't get around.
Bosca stupa.
How invigorating. Cypher, I hope you don't mind that I freed myself. I wanted the chance to look through Kai Seizen's research.
I think you owe me an explanation.
Indeed. But one thing first. While I was examining Kai Seizen's laboratory, I found this, the ultra-wave transmitter. It's all yours.
What the hell are you?
You're understandably suspicious. As soon as we distance ourselves from the Republic Army, I promise to answer all your questions.
No more delays, Doctor. Explain.
The short version, then. Yes, I used you to gather data on the Rak Ghouls. Kai Seizen was collecting research. You were after Kai Seizen. And as you've seen, I'm using the data for a side project. I find the Rak Ghoul virus bracing.
Get a team in! Something's going on!
That would be the Republic. May we reconvene later?
That's for lying.
Fair enough. I'll see you back at base.
Dr. Lokin?
Cypher. I'd like to make a proposal. For 5 minutes, you and I pretend to trust one another. We lay our cards on the table. No lies, no hidden recorders. Just truth.
You don't expect me to fall for that?
This isn't a ploy, I assure you. As I told you before, I came to Taris to further my studies of the Rak Ghouls. Kai Seizen stole research I desired. My goal was to perfect a custom strain of the Rak Ghoul virus. Keyed to my own genetic structure, it currently allows free reversion between human and Rak Ghoul forms.
I don't understand. You wanted to become a Rak Ghoul?
There are advantages. Consider an unarmed operative who could enter a secure location and grow teeth. I'm merely a test subject. Of course, our superiors wouldn't agree with my choice of personal projects. It seems both of us lied about being sent here by Imperial intelligence.
Keeper gave me this assignment herself.
Of course. Despite your unusual choice of contacts, and your search for the ultra-wave transmitter, I understand, Cypher, that working without official sanction can be a necessary evil. But, given what we know about one another, I think I ought to stay close to you. An alliance rather than mutual destruction.
I'm not sure I understand what you're asking.
We could both go to our superiors and expose one another's secrets. But who does that help? You let me take my research onto your ship, and I'll contribute my share. Besides, with Kai Seizen dealt with, I need something to keep myself occupied.
There's room in the crew compartment, but don't get comfortable.
I'll gather my belongings and meet you on board. Oh, and one last thing. About the ultra-wave transmitter. You know that Nason Gadera was notorious for hiding secrets in his devices? Encrypted codes, maps to lost projects? Just something I heard. I'll see you shortly.
If he tries to talk to me, I'm tearing his head off. Otherwise, I'm good with this.
It's in your head. You can't keep it there.
This is Leggett to Base Command. I've retrieved the ultra-wave transmitter.
Base Command here. Connect the Gadara device to your link-up. I'll download what I need. A Special Forces team found Kai Seizen dead with her guards. I'll have to inform the Jedi Council.
Kai Seizen was insane. Death was a mercy.
Damnation. Not everyone's fit to be a Jedi. The Order's practically asking them to fall. And then... Download's complete. Let's hope the genius in that thing helps us win this war.
It's breaking your skull. Can you hear it crack?
You don't look so good, Leggett. Take a few days. Check in with your bosses. We'll have another job soon.
Can you see? Cipher 9. Leggett. Disposable operative. It's been a while since Shadowtown.
Whatever you're doing to me, I'll survive. And you'll regret this.
I never regret anything. But I'm not your enemy. When you met me on Nar Shaddaa, I was designated Watcher X, formerly Watcher 5, formerly Minder 8. I performed surgery on you before you murdered me. A chip in your spine to disguise your life readings. Maybe that chip is how we're talking now, or maybe it's the stress. Double agent, triple agent. The brainwashing damages your mind.
You weren't hard to kill before. This time I'll make sure it's permanent.
Right now, you can't even hold a blaster. I was in your position once, trapped by my conditioning, forced to subvert it. I warned you they'd do the same to you. The SIS isn't to blame. We both know you were programmed before you met them.
I never heard the keyword before I met the SIS chief.
Of course you did, you just don't remember. You've seen brainwashing technology before. Slave control serums on Drummond Cars, loyalty instincts bred into Watchers, an Imperial diplomat infused with killic pheromones. The Republic is only using what the Empire put in your mind.
If you know so much about brainwashing, how do I escape?
If you want freedom, if you want revenge, we need more information. Imperial intelligence will have records on Drummond Cars. Take your personnel files from the Citadel archives. Ensure no one sees you. You have no allies now.
Readings are stable. Ah, our patient is awake.
Found you kissing the floor. You look like hell.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Look, I don't want to hear you whine, but if there's something I should know, make sure you tell me.
It's been a while since I played ship's doctor. There is something odd here, Cypher.